Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, so sorry that this video has been late to you. I have been extremely under the weather lately. I watched the episode when it came out and I just immediately passed out. I have been extremely not feeling well, but I'm getting better now, so ready for this review for you guys. This episode of The Strain, it was really kind of an exposition episode, just entirely an exposition episode, because there really wasn't too much going on in terms of the action or pacing and all that. We're laying down what's going to be episode 5 onward, we're setting the stage really, because Fett is convinced that the Master is dead. And he's like, we need to be celebrating, we beat him. And Satrakian's like, I don't know about that. And F, of course, is with Quinlan. And you can see him having a heart-to-heart, which I like that they did that. When you see him having this heart-to-heart human conversation with Quinlan's corpse, and healing him up about, I'm sacrificing all of this and, you just kind of get the easy way out if you die. I have to live with this world kind of thing. And I started to really feel for F there. And it was a really great scene. Quinlan, of course, is not dead, which means we imply that the Master is not dead. So, of course, we all knew that the Master was not dead, because we still have a season, or presumed more seasons, to go. Satrakian is saying, now these vampires are going to be more rabid, they don't have an owner, and you can see that with Zach and Kelly in the lair, where Zach is having to run away from these Strigoi, which was a really cool scene, one of the only scenes I've liked of Zach. Kelly comes in and breaks one of the Strigoi necks, and Achord is now kind of trying to run the show and put the pieces back together. Well, what are we gonna do? I mean, the Master is not in any state, of course, to continue. So Achord says, we're gonna just take the fight to them. We're gonna attack. We're gonna Zerg rush them while our base is being attacked, essentially. I love the StarCraft reference because I'm really horrible at StarCraft. Anyways, Quinlan now heads to the vampire lair to ask about this worm. And they're talking about the Master and how he's not really dead, but they want the book. They want to know about the book. And Quinlan says, you know what? No, I need to get some answers. And they bring up the Crimson Worm. And Quinlan, this is news to him. And Quinlan is, of course, extremely mad. You don't have my allegiance. You're not going to see me again. This is ridiculous. And so, of course, the Ancients are not happy. He's like, why aren't you guys getting up off of your high heels and weird finger things and doing something about it? And they're not. And so Quinlan says, you know what? I'm doing it myself, which I thought he was doing from the beginning anyway, but I guess he kind of is still working with them off and on. And Satrakian's just kind of like, yeah, what he said. And so we can see these pieces going in place. Now, I saw some comments in some YouTube sections, and I saw some comments on the Facebook page. If you are one of those people who says that they should not have aired this episode because the bombings in New York and all of that, it's a TV show episode. They shot this well before that. It's not for shock value. Get over yourself. I'm sorry, I am sick of these people who assume that everything has to be offensive. Yes, things blew up in real life. Well, guess what? You know what? People die in real life and people get killed in real life. So does every episode need to be banned now or not aired because of this? No, I'm sorry. That's stupid. Getting on to that, Justine Feraldo is in this whole process with Fett, and he's sitting there going, they're weak now. We can just mow straight through them. And she's just kind of like, well, that's great and all, but, we need a plan. And we then see what the Strigoi had planned, because they got there first. And the Strigoi are walking in, and then they straight up blow themselves up with C4. Achord put it under their skin in a rather gory scene that I loved, because we haven't really seen as much of the gore as the other Strain seasons. And so then all of a sudden, boom, explosion, worms everywhere, and they're getting on everybody except for Fett, of course, because Fett is just awesome that way. Fett going, oh my god, and scrambling around to try and help people. They're all getting infected. Justine Feraldo is getting her getting her coat off, and then all of a sudden one of the worms is coming down and it starts to go in her eye, and Fett, being cool, reaches over and tries to like grab at it and starts using the UV light, and a scar is made. And he doesn't see any other worms, and she's freaking out, and she asks, how often going in there has there been a success rate? And you're just like dead right there. All of a sudden F shows up. She's like, call F. And F and Fett are not on good terms right now because F admitted to Satrakian that he helped Quinlan and took the book. And now the book is still missing, of course. And Satrakian's just kind of like, you betrayed us. I don't want you in my sight. Being all Satrakian and cool. This is my new Satrakian shirt, by the way. I was so excited to show it to you guys on Sunday. But boom, Satrakian for the win. And so then Fett, being cool, just punches F in the face. And I was just like, oh yeah. Dutch was in this episode. Dutch is still unhappy because her girlfriend left her and all her friends are dead, and she peed in F's bathroom with the door open. So that's what happened on her end. But now F is looking at her and she's trying to get her life straightened in order, and to all of our surprise, there's no worms. Fett, being as cool as he is, eradicated all of the worms from her body. Well, there was only one, but he still did it. Fett did the impossible. Praise be the Fett. That was pretty much our episode. They're getting ready for war now, getting ready to strike back. It's got to be between the two of them, and I'm pumped for episode 5. Guys, I'm sorry I didn't go in as much detail as I normally do, and this one probably is a little bit shorter, but I seriously have been feeling under the weather. I have another review coming out for you, and I think another one after that, just to kind of catch up, say sorry, because it's been crazy. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.